Remember, it's still Friday, and on 𝗙𝗹𝗴𝗀 every Friday we discuss family and relationship issues. And today we've been joined again by the very Reverend Dr. Abraham Boateng, who is a lecturer at the Trinity Theological Seminary. We're going to discuss relationships, what we need to look out for, even before we say I do. Sometimes we say that we don't even know how, or we didn't even pinpoint these red flags before they come. So today's topic is all about red flags in the relationship, whether we see it or not, whether we are able to identify it, and whether or not we are able to accept if these are actually flags that we should really be mindful of. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Antina.
Yes.
Antina one.
Hope I need to your thing.
Drumoson, boy, for John.
Oh, I don't. You are Drumoson.
Okay.
Care or check red flag. Hello, we mentioned the red flag. What is it? Are there other flags that we need to know in our minds, but our main focus is on the red flag? What is it?
Okay, so we see that it's symbolic. From an athletic perspective, we have white flags. Okay. Boko ofe high jump ni onano ni ahabu white ni jake ochomi ubanye it can be counted. A green flag is a green means go and go.
Okay.
Now a yellow flags yellow tron warning your football me hutumokambo yellow card tron yellow ebe komo joba no ko gba hwe hu ye bibi pa.
What mo call traffic light is no na ke isu amba yellow. That means that ke go time get ready to stop.
Relationship ekume amba kamba. Nika is red. It's a stop. So that is a concept of red flag. Nujiake nibi kumeni is an okwajuba. Aludi kumeni ko unapesa no jofui. Run. Ye maybe unpe sese ujane. That is the idea of red flags.
But what is it? What is it? The definition of it. Give us this definition with some examples so that we'll have a picture of your bit.
So when we say red flags, we will talk about character traits, characteristics, and personal traits, attitudes, perceptions, and other things that are harmful or will be harmful to the relationship, to the future of the relationship. So for example, which we'll be delving into, if I am somebody who red flag. Alu ine wose ba agba no china ebe hamadwen saa ne ma no nti yemba nse oni obi ewo relationship na hwehwe awade ana se obi a wahia no na ohun was ana me de nka me mpa oba oso me mpa oba ne mo oduro nto de me fa no saa. It's an indication can be a kyerɛw say debi no
after you've given birth, there
will be problem
and everything would bring you that
structure. Me kanye we cry who be infant say onamokoni bene ishani substance abuse.
Okay.
It's red flag.
Okay.
Kenny. There are more as we go on. What for she didn't better bra ye cost.
You mentioned characteristics, you mentioned attitude. These red flags, do we get it or do we gain it through our upbringing? Is it something we pick up on the way? Is it something that probably you've seen someone exhibit it and you just pick it up and decide that next time when I meet someone and I'm going to date the person, or the person is a potential husband, then it means that I have to exhibit these traits so that maybe who say be a nipa we say and I say nipa we say. How do we form, or how does this formation start?
Okay. Nti ye wo dia ye di anyin subanya ebia baby e wo me adabaka na menye nti metia kwa cafe do na say na ka gan ye Lomoko feel, Jamestown, KG, colleague on a few. Ubo said, baby, a many, no, I won't soon so so. My formation context forms me. Ubi or Honso, individual specific. And fans, a bit me, I want to war, maybe when you were Wesley gone or you were Eastleigh gone, maybe a dance with him who said, on one Cassandra Panusubemi or the Atono. So, and also it's me, Indian Susan, so away, and so it's me a red flag. Aside that, Ebia now for the Fiku, Nanime Kume, Aglume Kume, New York was certain work I'm a ball. No, na, Benya is so a war, Yapraboso. Aside that, non so a dream popia, Yenya, Ninkuniwana. So
it's a perception.
Perception is how we are formed into, is our context. It comes from different phases, different perspective that comes together to give us. Let me come from this perspective also that the idea of red flags is one, individual specific. What you will see as a potential harm, potential problem may not be for me.
Yeah.
Bona. So obi wo ha ohunu se ebia abrante ne ABC a mintimi ne ntina mintimi mempesa suban we ene me kra nhia ene ma dwen nhia nti daachi ne betimi ha adwen obi nso wo ho a na ano na yeso obi asemasi obi ko pro station se ye nti police for me se watepen aba na ba mo ama mentwalala na te mo ko ewo ye speaker ahye obi de ebo nwum timtim no obi adawa ase. The adage that says that one man's meat is another man's poison. Where you are finding difficulty, someone is finding so much comfort. So red flags are sometimes individual specific, but we are general red flags that we have to. And your perception or your view to life, but we are babunu. No relationship
Now the red flags. There was specifics via infant say oh your body is associated with women or girls or ladies, and then there are others that are associated with men. Are there something like that? When we say we are dating for two women, you realize that it is this person had it and the next person I'm dating also has the same attitude or the trait or the character.
The first thing. Nipa na all relationship or no, and a bit me who's a way mempe, and I mean small no in a banner, first point. Two, why maybe come generally. You call him money, alo money, yomly. Generally, say oba infant say in him casa. I know the Jessica near here and you him casa.
It's a general thing.
It's a general thing. Okay, elibona ke me shramo na agbasani. Ne ko ya ke couple alu be couple. Se obia money owo suban bi alu ye suko alu ke banko ye mle suban bi woni mu a se omu nipa oye kromfo oye obia odidi atem oye obia ebia oye num bone ni sa ne manema na keka ho no a ne nyina no enye se e wo bia mu but ejina nipa no so. And yeah, can
so any man soon in an Indian casa, many be one moon castle.
Oh, so we say Mardi and yeah, and my memory being so sad, memory man, you know, to the air can send you need red flags specific to gender.
Okay,
but and you may be with me actually say, yeah, chassis, and you from perspective, so we are bear man, you may be a test of the kind or bar with me show free from so why I lock a semi crime and no cat. So bad, hey, relationship and run ye now to me catch himself so bad, Massa show who ye. It's not say we dehumanize won't mean for boom or enkusi baby. A share ya will feel lucky. When me cock when say Fufu and the son of them. Allogena can you call Antina no. Now, I think so. Say a share, for example, share or bar, daddy there, you know. Fama me.
A bibushka.
Da. Okay, no. Oh, hello, Antina. Oh, I told me, I catch me now. But Antina on Tissa, Auntie. Wow, Shano. Opa, hi, Ubumia. I'm application in Simis. Care of herself for Antina, me, man, and Saka, means Lucra. Hi, Antina, I don't want to. But I'm fine, Antina. Okay, like we men and only share there. Oh, hello, manager. Maybe I down for a channel panel after hello. I mean, you free. I say, a TV. I say, yeah, like, are they? relationship ye be suya ye ho e ma ne wo ye be ma chese ka bi chiro wo ye obema nso na wo hia oba na dan de nyina wo twa won tro o ka o me te ha me wa ha so e bia kg na me ote colleague no me nka say wo te colleague na anyo mpacho me fa ma no si bone ba ye pa me matra ho pe di emba say colleague na de nyina ayete no be wa ma wo poto ne say picture bi mfoni bia oh me yese wa sa ba no hweniye wo hia oba nso a enche na enipa mu obegu ani ma say kwa ayo kan no jibo ni o ton o ahie wala me na kan you red flag sanu kwela oto ba question mark ye jame se wo hia oba de dikan ayese nani mo ni dwe ekọ no ko heye no mo jamomli som wa ni you nkebo mini mena e lebi wa chobie ni bonu o sumo som wo be ma no pa sorry o penyame som na wo be na no no twe akọ wiase niema yenko no nsa yemfa ha na no last week
doesn't mean say o pe oba ware na o fa oba ni free asori dem
asem we no be say last week me kai say I saw them ho no it is a hospital it mo la chamo hi
okay
obi ayare wa saw them
it me am tell me yare
obi am kra me yare ozo fu kra yare na wo obi ayare
ozo sani no wie sani enmro
mo femo hila wo ya hila ko ni woncha shimen ko me no hila acha no duba bi mu de no ya sa won yare ni yie
okay
na bi mu de no so afia na ye do wan ba fresh last make now so for bi mu da intensive care and ebi mu da critical care
okay
do ka say o asori me share oba wa asori me share be ma wa asori a the fact so nipa ti asori na nche say o Kristo ni just say oye obi o do erade do ko say me kwa asori me real methodist asori dem na ma me sporting na wo de oye sister brother to bo ase nti de ye kan say obema wo share oba won fa wa dwen enkunyame so na da yenko ha yenko ha eno question mark edaho
also for these people that we pick up I mean, they are not of God. They are in the church, but maybe they may not be of God. Yes, bet me for be ana yes subainti or bet me so assessor. The people we pick from outside the church, we can also pick them, start a relationship with them, and bring them closer to God. Because even the Bible tells us that we shouldn't neglect them. We should bring them closer. And if it is our own way of bringing them closer, don't you think it is also a way of bringing them to God?
See, me never. Yan waru biya ansesa no. Untimi waru bi say me ware na asesa no. Enti nkofo bebre de show enu oda shike inkele yihie ma ne padanu mo bo. O ba anya ne padanu mo. O no mo nsa me ne me ware na me ne giant sanom. With God all things are possible. I agree. Nyame de otimi sisa.
There's possible and impossible.
Exactly. Now so emfa nhye watiri mu say be ma no sa ne ye ka refer obo ntampe owo ye induboni me na mesesa no na ma me ansesa no so for ntimi ansesa no wo na obesesa no
but can you is there a possibility of the person changing?
It's very possible, but emfa nsha wadwim say me ko ware obi asesa no.
Okay, so if you choose to marry the person whereas the person is a drunkard, sorry, quote and unquote, the person uses substance abuse, it is to your own detriment.
Wona onim nti won hu no na hu say ochena wo edin so bi beba wo so.
Okay,
yeah, you saw it
and you went for it.
Nti wo de why lock a cry wo hu red flag no yeah ma say hwe warning pen antina pen enu oda pen eshani pen eyoye pen eno pen etrisha le pen si lololu oko itu ebotemi wo hu say antina hwe yie ono mo nsa pen me ya no ma me pen no ono mo nsa pe masem obuma wo shentampe suba na nye now so still wo duti ayedan awrem so ye ka kire wo na wo duti akoro me na ye wo jejirije eno ne ye ka say red flag and me be ye say ye hwe but you say
and the red flags no, how many should we see in the course of the relationship? Because you cannot know a person even if only nipanitna for 15 years, 20 years. There are married couples who still say, hey, he did something or she did something, and we will say, hey, Now, some people will say they
minimum.
You can't know a person, you can't know all.
Yeah.
How many should we see? How many should we take in our boxes?
Very good.
To be able to say that, look, with this one, I'm not taking a step further. I'm rather taking 10 steps backwards.
Or I'm even opting out.
Opting out, yeah.
Good. Dear Dickine, none of the kind of so when you bit not dehumanize.
Okay.
I
don't understand why you're stressing on the humanization aspect.
It's answer. Ubia money okeleba put the blanche helemi. Allo shame sani money will upgrade your humanity. Ken naboe, yani you feel like a human being. I am a pina but the blaming, baby. I won't worry more. Who I say, on any part, ne ho, dear Ben on the partner, no man who's a who form. And no, Ubia or yo, sir, na who was so okra why lock a summer warrow. Why lock a set, what my brabum, wo ya me can come in for bit so, wo need me pet, but my fans are that person be careful. It's answer be brave. They toss me, you know, obia or abusive, psychological abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse. A man because say you know kumani because say
yeah, now what treat one after the other, will treat him,
and I treat on the day bem so I say, who was a shame. Wo yoba. We are be buma wo ka ho bi. Ye bu mema wo ka ho bi. Okay, kasa ansem ichirewa. Adwin no a brewa psychological abuse. Emotionally, dani da nyina hu no pa we ma show. Hey, na ngba yo, ba bi relationship ni ewum eye odo asem. She she da ko sa no ni horse. Afi aye date you. Hey, bye. Na you have to. Oh, and not there. Hwedi. And a physical abuse in na bono to pa we no he na kwa me no fear. Kwa pa relationship na pa ba me ne. Kepo a relationship I say afi na yesu ho ye hwese betimi abobra na afi asumbo abami. To be obo asumhwedi. De to so bi obi a wo twa ntro. Hwedi pa. Esan say what make believe o twa ntro bi o tumu say dan de nyina ndo nka no kreba ko yesi oye ko hwini ankasa hwini de to so miensa obi a red flag ba ko a medical perspective last year kan wa ha sickling status genotype imesre mi anamo ma no ne mema ne so titiro se mi hia ade a bisa kan edi kan clear no ji ake AS AC, what is your genotype? It's an only if TM fan said, Nashia, Mr. A. Mr. A. Bra, why? And then the name so many of our copy. Na or your AS and our AC and any genotype are intimia. Now one so and Casa Medono and Casa fine. You're caught in the realms of spiritual matter different. So nyame do timi be fine but one a woman number one red flag say AS in the entry ye it's sad say
again they say you would even give birth to a child who is AS or AE
to one shena sickling SS bemwa and I sympathize with our friends who are SS are more sharing maybe the rest
of your life is dedicated to that kid or those kids here.
I know I have friends who are SS who are really going through challenges and I pray for you. God is with you as well. It's not their doing. But the can say who is sheniye pa. Afi obanswa I say ona obema financially and it has so be any family 500 no family oba won no wa mobisia wo baby bia na yemfa na mobra obema ona mbisia no wote so ye ne mobra it's red flag if fashka ye fe yenyomo ye fe na na opeda bi min say no kra obakra ka ye nhira so nka mekra memba ka we ne memba
we de no ma
nka me ntumi na nso ho I know your red flag ye koso bi mu a oba na bema omunipa enye wo afi omunipa omu nkofo ben wo treat people talks anyhow say nipa no question mark e won so ye koso bi mu a ya hwe abuse ya hwe physical psychological emotional ya hwe financial ya hwe medical a red flag ade ba konso editintiman wo mu pa what is so important eye obi a only religious circle na no religious circle na American ye na dey sha say obi a only Christian
okay
and I say bia asem say na no na madam for be amoye kremoni Muslims be hwe sorry na ahyan no painti ye den chiama to religious circle me kan say ba ye dey na ye Christopher nti obi a only Christian ni hwe ni ye Christopher kra ye hu so No one ye Christoni. Many la ni aya Bible class na akase malepo wana na oduba ni mukuni de Christo kra ne ujejeje born ani aha nti empepi no yenhwe saa enyema yi se ye di saa niema echi a ade yenku pie ba bia emwaye ni wow afei ene ne ma yenua no ma na mbeka asembi ye wo last week me kind na so meka ye wo car ye di sua driving I car choni na ke kasio driving.
Car na ke kasio driving ele mmeba mi ebi.
E wo be mi ke no ku. E wo auto kasio driving e bona. Wo choni ku be ni I car ni na kan license e no ke na kan ka kasio ake drive. E wo men pi
so say it in
there's a car bi wo wa e di sua driving.
Okay.
Nti bo taxi driver bi no wa friend nchen ma car bi na wo de nam fichirim. Wo de sia wo de pe line. Unya license ni wi a na fe odi akoto wa wo car papa watobo mesrew me nua no ma na bi wo ha mema ni bi e de mo ye driving lesson ho line no nti wa hu ni niema na wie no na dwen mu no nim dia wona na betena nti hu se be man What me ye esua kaka. What
How do you notice any people go the usua kaka?
Yes, from the obeka, ne kasa, what tie ne kasa, ubisa no say oh relationship na e kon say what is the future of oh ye be hwe. Otimi hu say obehu asa ankofo na otewa no we say o ware. Say hey.
Na wo ni pictures are wa ware.
Picture no wa ware. You say hey, aha. Ono what one there's no day ye betimi aba na ye kan sema sebe ye dwen ye plan ye fa ha wo de oba na enso to bra de bia kwa pam adeng red flag say ye amfa na sema memu a eni hwia ye beka emwa relationship ne ni daache
okay
so ye intimate na say e wo mra a emu odin ene ebia o ye bo plans ye fa we na unhu se de abrantie de bia wono de from na by where they from nko a hwe de ye e be what say it's a red flag for you, it's an indication for you okay there's a warning signs something is beeping. Now let's come to another dimension. We have individual specific red flags.
Okay.
Ti obia se ne nyame born no mo bo fe sroto you ake mango kulapo aye sroto ye me ade boni bi fi sroto ye me papo shuto ke ojema aye mango aye that do aka hey bona aye mlikiti akwadu kani sroto ye me. So if you know yourself and you know things you don't like in le many baka ke me that is you. You're personally defined.
So it is a red flag to you.
To you, specific.
Okay, specific, okay.
Tunku abrantia or bar. That is for you. Untimi.
But before fraud your onyaya any red flag man.
Okay. To the akani in general but specific. Obi so ho say me pe obema onomonsa. Ono ankasa ana oba onimonsa. Me pe obema onom cigarette. Ono no waka kire no mempe obema woye woye bi ana oba woye woye bi nti sa na ma ne ba ye wo personal indicator warning signs to you ebia wo carry wo okọ you know la ke ne ke mo na ba nwala mi sa ni pe ba ma bra bo ma mintimi I can't nti sa ni pa no ba pe it's an indication or an indicator to you that be careful and run from it bi sa asem bi ye de sha ase no say red flags na hina hu a e chese utimi bako ahe ebi wo ha hu drop ko kra chese udwane
na on kan ko si be 2 ana 3 bi ansa
ko atina se woni obi ya fe na ana ye relationship ya sha ase
and ever is a talking stage you know
talking and now there whatever stage na every time ebufu ba e bo asum a
sisi amponi bi
no whatna wa e beto abide with me fast falls the evening tide the darkness deepens Lord with me abide but when ash to ash dust to dust near seal be puaku and not dear my sister obuwa dwane run. Come on,
run.
Also,
for some of the times, you don't even notice these things. Now you're married to this person.
Good.
Even in marriage, there are red flags.
Yeah.
Which ones do we run away from?
Good.
Like you said, abuse in any other form. When you see it, even if it's a drop of it, or when but okoi juma see a park upa men park you jano.
Yeah.
Because your life is important than the rest of the items or the properties you are going to pick up. Even in marriage, which one should we run away from? Because yesterday, I work at yeah, I worry, what I was say ye film. And in the end, say ye film. Into who's any penny yes, and you have to run for your life. Now you are already married to this person. There are red flags, some of the red flags, you don't even see them before it rears its head after marriage.
Yeah.
You have seen it in marriage. You are just about 2 months into the marriage, 3 months into the marriage, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years into the marriage. There is no child. There are children. Which one should we run away from?
Very good. So, some psychologists are saying that in the context of marriage, then the flags, there are two approaches.
Okay.
How to manage those issues. One, how to manage them.
Okay, so before marriage, you can't manage it.
There are some who say, some who classify some as green, yellow flags, sorry.
Okay.
Yellow meaning that they are potentially harmful, but they are manageable.
So there are some triggers.
Triggers.
Okay.
Morning, but home, but to say, Ebia, and I make us
say, win
meet me as a son, meet me a cricrano.
Okay.
Now, ya worry every. I feel that who say Ebia, Bemano, about on Montampe.
Because only in number 4 5 years now.
Ebimuya, dear party with the Yamasi.
But can God reveal these things to us as Christians?
Okay. I dear back when I say, in Pepe, no, in your own man, it's true. Say, or what relationship more? Na who are teaching now objective view, broader view. Now on the neck, I won't see. Yes, say, woman into a muffle. Oba, what or do? Oba, would it diffwitch? Into a muffle. And Obama, when you start
you know that there's this, and it just says that what I see sitting down and what you see standing, they are two different things.
Absolutely.
Why would you advise this person, especially if this person is a cousin, this person is a child?
I'm not saying you should not advise them. They may kind of say, one more every relationship more. Or that then when you not the feeling desire no, they all can be on one tie. No, call about you.
So why don't you say it until she listens? Or
why not care more about it? Cash it to a ship poor bag here children. Could say whatever nothing and this what it hey, the name make can you, the name papa can the now software can do you know sometimes?
So should we pray for them to fall into that temptation?
We don't wish anybody to fall into any temptation, but the point is that there are sometimes when people come even to counseling. In the premarital counseling, you tell them that look, maybe you go through stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So go and think about this. Maybe the medical profile comes in, for example, and I'm handling one case now. The lady is AS, the gentleman is AS. Go and we've tried to go through. One party.
I understand that now there's a medical something around it.
No problem.
Yeah.
The gentleman, one of them is saying that we'll go on with the marriage.
Hey.
Irrespective of what you are saying. There was another case, you could see what we call anger problem. They could not manage anger. And
between the two of them, or one person?
One of them had anger issues, serious anger issues. And we brought this issue up to solve during the premarital counseling, raising issue. The ladies, no, so far, I love him. He's thick, tall, strong, he has 6 packs. 6 packs are by Antina. Ubeke biano and in paper no say we want to marry in March.
Nothing stops them.
Nothing.
But
they will not listen.
People wants to pray until after
March.
Take
you through the process. Take you through the system so that it could reveal things to you.
As Methodists, we are all the people called Methodists, as presiding will always say. Now, if I should come to you today with a proposed date, is there a way we can scrap off people coming to the Osofo to tell the Osofo that we have scheduled for February, we have scheduled for March?
It's against
it.
Church.
Can we cancel ourselves in church? We take one Sunday morning, any of the services, and tell us, especially the young people, don't come with your date. We are not saying don't come. You can come with your date, but it should correlate with what the priest or the reverend minister is telling you. I think is that what we can do? That?
Ideally, we catch say counseling and say date.
Okay, so I can go for counseling, and after 1 year I can go. I can have my
yes,
my wedding.
Yes, it's okay. Counseling ni mo no niema be pie.
Okay.
You be sang some na we adwuma ben. Oh, unyi we he. Adenti na wo do no.
These are some of the questions you've been asking.
Nanka.
Hey.
Na ma bisa na wo share brantie. Ware o.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there be
I like, have you had sex with the person?
Nanka.
Yes,
I see who you know. It's son say it's to your good.
Are they?
Wow, it's son say if we have been sexually involved, there's a way we do the counseling. Sunday we can restore trust. Amawo obano. Dachi wa wadi ni. It's son say ye worry ye na ye near me. I say.
And that's a worry or bit me ako.
And you bit me as nti ye ba sa and among other things. It is a ye ba counseling na ye ye ni so woni ma bebre. Won so counseling no mpesa obeko. Na no nti na ade ba kon ye ka say oba nyema ye ware no.
Oh.
Ke you here ho akpele. It's an info.
So for Methodist Church Ghana, what fe ku na kinda. Ya ye bi da. Na nipa ne nyema ya ware no. Waba nyankopon ni mu waba reverend ministers ni mu waba asafo ni mu waware.
There's one I witnessed that that one they had done the customary marriage already. So they were legal.
Ghana higher friend engagement no.
Yes, I didn't know you need engagement.
There's a friend saying
a customary marriage is marriage.
So you can do that without doing the wedding. Is that okay?
I know yes, I say that is for another day's discussion.
Okay.
It's time to say also for Dr. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 argue say Ghana you ware me. It's time to say we fear no fear the any aware full marriage. So also for cock or bomb pie.
Okay.
Into
the cockpot and aware.
Yeah, Ghana there were 3 types of. There were the customary marriage, ordinance marriage, Mohammedan marriage. Inti mrano jitum, the lawyers na bit me aboy. It be correct register customary marriage. Say yeah, e wo fear we na e ba so na nipa mienu sign. Yeah, all the laws are. It's marriage.
It's not necessarily going to wedding.
Wedding no brand in there ha. Me patcho me ntia wedding patcho me na no me kan na obi friend me say na me say there be me ntia say ye be benya me fie na e hira so eno ye but ye can say the customary marriage is marriage. Aye, but ye the ba aso them na ye hira so eno so e kan eno so one day. That for be hwe ni nyina but ye can say this wedding I wait no my customary marriage na dada.
Okay.
And na oba no e ho adane. And na omo share wedding date. Nti there are some dynamics but ideally oba nyema ye ware no e wo fie.
Okay.
Ye ware no ke yo yen wo akpele isa na efo down. Eja ake research amayate ase say empepi no say wo de nyinsen kwa awarem say warranty onyemu nti na ye ko ware wa.
Just in case something happens.
Most of those marriages have issues.
Okay.
It's say ye share ne ya kwa ye nema wafa ye funu minimum wachi asem mente wase red flags ni hu ye de push yen eye bana e wo ha na ye pese ye kata so na nipa hu ntin yakoware ti aware awi a bana bamu no oba no so de extra stress eba akwala na bamu no no so de another whole dynamics eba mene wo kra so ye nimu ye hu ye afi na yesu ye hu nti aware no aye pinso bajawati ase ti ye kode na ye kan so a ya ware red flags to bind be dead counseling no ye call counseling ye my topic ba kon ye hwe conflicts in marriage aware bia ni ho a ohaw nim aware bia ni ho a problems in him me ma aware problems wo aware problems wo obi aware problems wo there's no
wo ye counseling in clan
obi o ye no kre odi no kre man ho bia no wo be ka kire ho say there's no perfect marriage. I don't know.
Okay.
No perfect marriage. Our real beer.
So that's just a there are days that you feel like say me divorce.
It's in a love. Love like sobolo. You can. It's not a sobolo ye do. Now so ginger.
Mo kakra.
She to yemi. She clean yemi.
Obi no nation mo fiwe in mo fiwe. Okay, dad bi no bana le boni.
And they live happily ever after. No, it's only in storybook. Storybook
storybook and yeah reality.
And Hacienda Mario. I know you're telling novella and but reality no dear. It's in here for better,
for
worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. It's an say nipa me na when we are two and we are living together, there will be friction, and in the friction we learn to solve it. So when these things pop up, say ba our dear right issues biba, we manage them, we solve them. But it drum pempens will be na intimia, there's separation.
Do you profess that solution to them? Is it that you do this or you go your separate ways?
No, in counseling, you don't give solution. You lead the people through to find solution.
But you give them the options available.
Exactly. You expose them
to
the problems and to the solutions, and they choose for themselves.
After marriage, does counseling end on the day now?
Not at all. We have premarital, postmarital, somebody says marital counseling. And then they kick out home. You need every year now.
Every year, no, you are celebrating your anniversary and everything. Should you take time off your busy schedule to go through counseling?
Every day we have to continue to learn. We have to continue to expose ourselves to one another. I just say you our I had to say obi our you say you are baby free America. I had to say winter. Nobody masters winter.
Every year, ni sani awo
nti yen kasa o masua ware awi nti meye da bia be foforo eba. But how to address the issues? Say I am dealing with a couple now that I have their permission, so I can use their story. The husband has done things homo savings akofa sika no e de aye nema na yere na ko hu say but they've managed to solve it in a way now the man is remorseful, trying to pay the money. Me who the same situation our renegu. So no two marriages and their resistance level and their shock absorbers. It depends on the people, how they have been trained to absorb, and it comes with counseling constantly. Counseling in premarital counseling to customary marriage. So why now our dear you two nipa wa our family could be
na monica you and in high glammy
then in the pocket chikagbe na mo mokoni wuonga kenoko ba na mene. That is the idea of counseling also. And churches also have young couples fellowship and the likes. Send be you share you hun try you to your hopeful na red flags banner and some how we can solve them. And as we solve problems in marriage, as we master our problems, we get better. Love, I am looking at it that love is a ball of scars put together. So
when this one is healing, then that another cut comes.
Cuts come and all put together, it forms a beautiful appearance. You see, so nice. Oh wow, Mr. and Mrs. So they are so wonderful couple. You don't know. You don't know
happening.
The things they have gone through, the things they have mastered, the things that have shook them. And couples that are able to go through these things are solid and strong and stronger.
So before we go to the next question, that is the next question is, does every marriage face similar problems? But before then, this is the topic we are discussing. We are discussing the red flags, and we are here with the very Reverend Dr. Abraham, who is a lecturer at the Trinity Theological Seminary. And this is what we are discussing. I encourage you to also send your messages in, and when it's time, we'll also ask your questions for you and answer them. It will be answered by Reverend himself. And you can also call in the next 5 minutes. Call us and share your comments and your contributions with us concerning red flags. If you've also experienced that, you can also share it with us, and then we'll find a way of telling you what to do. Does the same thing happen in different households? Like you take, let's say, like 10 households, and whatever situation happens today may not happen in that same day, but in the course of the week, in the course of that month, they may face similar problems. Is there something like that?
I think problems are not universal.
Okay.
They are individual specific. And what now you would term problem, for example, will not be problem to somebody else. What you would term as an issue will not be an issue to another person. So for example, you may go to a house, ibenya asem and a problem was say adena bema de ufri adwuma ba wo o source agu ha beko fi bi nso a source no ba ho dada ha. So we don't have universal problems for all. Ntebia marriage one, level 100 of marriage. Every day you face ABC problem, and yet cut across. It depends on the maturity of the people involved. It depends on the Christianity of the people involved.
Okay.
It depends.
But some of the issues are cut across, right?
Some of the issues will cut across, basically as to adapting. Until you are from a different home, I'm from a different home. We are living together. How do we merge and form a new locus, a new home for us? How to bring that? That's basically issues with money, issues with children when children come, issues with sex in most cases, issues also with temperament, how to deal with them, and all those kinds. Those will be kind of universal, but it's individual specific. No couple. That is why sometimes we tell people that you don't say when you hear parents say, "Me worry and me ABC," it will not work. What my mother did or my father did in their marriage, if I apply them in my marriage, it won't work, because we live in a different context, in a different social political context, in a different age. Totally. So some of their methods we can learn from them and the motives behind. But if we apply those methods, they won't work here.
Are they archaic methods?
Not archaic. There are lessons we can learn, but how to apply the lessons will be different. For example, if I tell you that, oh, my mother used to put a table for my father, I can leave the hand, I can bring man,
I can plate, make sure I can see. Different.
Yeah, Papa bowl,
jug. I can buy woman.
Nakai. Could feel you? Okay, bossy. Yeah, me, I do 24/7. My wife does 8 to 5. Ka homo yemi ni shani ka ko mi tuni ye shan nke mi mele ni eje school neighbor ni ke e ba gba mi opon ye yin la yin da bi
homo ba
yemi ka ko ni mana osa
e wo bo ne to ba wo ni
sani ma ti ni e ko me po mi ma ho ni ni le ba ba na ko yi. Okay.
Oh, so let me clap for you.
Oh, okay. Oh, she made him PFO. I was off with some methods of what they do well. Yeah, in that kind.
So for council, Ajiboni, Uba marry, Mukoko by council.
Yes, somebody must counsel. You don't know it all. It's an council.
You put a council.
No.
Okay.
It's an Iboku Kabuacho process.
So it's all about the process.
The process, the lessons, and the person that you are going to get married to also is not a counselor, has not studied like you. So you, the counselor, need counseling. And I also have somebody I go to learn from. Yes, that is life.
But also, do you go through after marriage counseling? You do that?
Yes, every day. Every day is learning.
Okay.
I don't know it all. Okay, me only become a one who wife. That is the beauty of our common humanity. Okay, who said, then you begin to die.
Okay. Now, also, our parents find it very difficult to talk to us about relationship and sex, especially the fact that they are scared. Say, "Omuni can't." The issue of talking about sex is like a no area in a typical African setting. And now this is the era where we live in, where social media has taken over the whole scape of our lives. We see it on phones, we read about it, we listen to it, we watch it all the time. What should our parents do? What kind of advice can they give to us? Because even when you meet someone and the person is a potential husband in the future, the person can be your number one. If people will pray, definitely pray about, the pastors will pray about your marriage, tell you that this person is good for you. But if you are able to do this and that, your marriage will be beautiful, although you have problems. And also, but can our parents move away from that setting and be able to have conversations with us concerning marriage, concerning relations, so that when we meet the people, we won't stand behind someone's house, someone's window, and be doing stuff, but rather bring the person so that these advice can start from the home, even before we get to the church.
Very good. The can say Drew, and Drew Pempenswa, and then Obano, maybe our classes, now, and send you baby salmon.
Class 6. It's obey funny say 11 years and not 10.
Or 10.
10. Okay.
Now in summer will be salmon. But who say almost Yanema school.
Okay.
At home. Until now you have to sit him down
and talk to him.
Talk to him like, Charlie, now you're a man, you're growing. You say if you do this.
You're a man.
Yes, maybe you tell me a man there trans and they are bonkomo. Because if you don't
at that age.
Yes, you have to put it in the mind. Say, what's your problem? Catch them. Now, me anyone need come on.
So if you don't open up that avenue,
the children will not come. They will see you as monster.
Timid. So please, mommy, be for line 0256253461. 0256253461. Let me send you a WhatsApp message. Let me after WhatsApp. Let me send you a normal text. Let me so after the same line into Niama 4. WhatsApp calls, WhatsApp messages, normal text messages, and then calls 0256253461. 61 ubet me afre ofre a bidding come off fefe ye can red flags one sem ye ni osofo Abraham ena ewa love life it's not so any bon come
it oba na ya obise men sem daddy why this why the enemy man to me boy nyina no a o china no wa ko bisa na danfo
no so be chena de
be kan sem foforo nti ye na titiri ye wo mama no nti de bia me catch me mama no just wo papa no wo ye the first image e wo one brabo wo beti wo omutimi be catch ro daddy this person said this person just so to me hey Charlie we do 18 19 wo kwa hey so you that boy I've been talking to, what's the name? Tell me about it.
So you shouldn't be like excited or timid about whatever they tell you. You should embrace it. Listen. Maybe they may not come back.
So let them, just bring them. So nah, like I said, no boy could not wash. Come on,
hello, good morning, Reverend Okran. Thanks for joining us.
Hello.
Osafo, good morning.
Morning.
Paper choice to say.
Yes, and radio.
Obobo.
You are blessed and highly lifted.
Amen. Osafo, paper choice you.
Come again.
Paper choice you.
Yeah. The course was very interesting. Metadog and Swassi. 2010 for.
My mate.
The Yamin Shadow. But Ubisa question be na dog was to now we am the buffer the bull. Where would our in you know? They are big na a bar a beginning panel. Unstay and now uncle. Namin say, I should throw Bemua as a trono. A Bemua, a easy. A Bruno our in that I Bruno a Bemua. And Yadia say, Obano, a society also. Auntie, my best dog, now on for being so cacaho. After the tossing, you know. Mama yemfa dia yen hwehwe no nkowura ware ni mu obu o kowura ware ni mu ade ono no hwehwe na na odwen ho aware no so ne purpose no say ye ba bobum na ye de asom ye nyankopon ni aye missions nti meme dia na me hwehwe nkoa no me de kowura ware ni mu a e be se nyoma bebre nyame nka mo no moa mo na nyoma bebre amo kire ye yenso yemfa mo ye bra no that's nyame nshira sister. God bless you.
God bless you, Daddy. Thanks for calling.
The very Reverend
expectations.
Someone, Okran.
Expectations. No, Ayana, I ask myself, why would you start dating someone with expectations? Nipa we are bani dear. Meaning so about your best solving me money problems. Meaning say what be dear, or best solving this particular problem in my life.
You see, that is there's a poster last Medeto Jose. When a woman is self-actualized, when a man is self-actualized.
So, Emmanuel, oh, for every time, it's saying, good morning. Oh, hello, Emmanuel, you're in town, Patrogina, ye, my. Good morning. Yeah, Joseph.
And then the na many are Japan, my family on equate number because of that. Macanasi after me, Mamma Jans and the farm.
You yet.
But my wallet that was October, me 3 months in my
okay.
I'm the Obanos more baby. But I could 10 piano accusation. What's our time? So, man, even to use a warrior call. That's a war call bar and not other picture. It would didn't come over before answer what I need to call and so can this a war friend. About an amount of my temper, I got no, not as a overlook enough for a scene and Nikuno. If it's a no boss crack as a crana, maybe a beer who can only the AC, we were wanted time back. The owner first person, a BBS, and a Biaku phone or Maku now, or more days for Zabia, and not the diagnosis. In a hair for us.
But Mukos, did you go through counseling? Mukoya counseling there?
3 or 4 days.
Sorry, Bang.
And SDF.
Okay. Maybe I show you. You better na church and send me mama or not. When you obey from today.
Yeah,
long distance relationship.
Yeah, long distance relationship come with its own challenges. In Interview they a very good question of counseling before the marriage. So what's for example, so you know approach now your priority. You be a friend of prioritizing until Obama no must say until when your baby be America. Now what's they be our friend now, just a woman assurance. Oh, me how make her me free her, make her from here, I'll be here. To a two we be with oh now post office is here free her back up WTV free her back her. And who here pa. I think they should set the two of them on tenase. Now one
should they go back to their counselor?
Yes, 100% back to their counselor. Say counselor ni who will be a woman in our fair no. Onu so any who are on call for her. Could be a bit me at now, and I'm paying people who are your precipitating factor and you're presenting issues. As some are all kind, a be a BB custom from a banner side, a be a call, no near maybe a custom side. We are Bearman side are all presenting a mind.
But the banner side is also side,
then we can know how to approach. Yanko also for someone, as you are very reverend, as you are Ukran, or can simply say, you're what dreaming in some of bar. How to solve conflicts in marriage. Did kind necessarily can go to your counselor. The counselor not here. They also me you know. The counselor need context. Go to your pastor. They also me and go to ubi a moferi for ubi a ukno no ferry no ire ferry no. Na no drew. It's not everyone that we go and talk about our marriage to. There are some just want to depend on no drew.
Literally. So the person is not going to give out this information
confidentiality. Somebody who can keep the information, who can uphold the values of confidentiality. To cause our unipanwa na how no action. Munya ubisa. They are tossed to be a beer obey mumiano. And the trato a mawfo and I brought the family last for a reason.
Okay.
The ufa channel when you na ye answer busia beba. Be crack say don't go to your family, but make us go to counselor, go to pastor, go to somebody you have value, go to somebody close to you that you value before family. Because if there's issue now,
because the family came together to get married.
When there's an issue and you run straight to your mother
you will use emotions.
Can forgive, will not can the issue can be solved. You can forgive your husband.
But your mother will never.
It will take time. If you go to your sister, if you go to your brother, and they form perception already, and it will begin to harm the relationship.
So nothing good that the man will do or the woman will do would appeal to them.
Exactly. Yeah. So that is one side of it. Now we are in the relationship. Let's talk for those of us who are married already, and you've realized that your husband is all of a sudden a drunkard, your wife is into drugs, it's into a certain character that you can't deal with. Try to for a wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, so we pray about it. We go to professional counselors to sit down to go through a process.
How long should you pray about it? Because let's say you've been married for 8 years, and the person is still on that same. You've gone through the first 3 channels you mentioned. It's still persistent. You
pray, and there are some things that God will either help us solve them or give us the grace to live with them.
So, how can you live with someone who is on hard drugs, who is on substance abuse, and you've lived with the person for 8 years? Because of the substance abuse, the person hasn't been able to give you a child.
If you've lived with the person for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you can go 9, you can go 10.
So for how long? And now, you don't have a child of your own, and also so
you find ways to solve it. You go to the counselor. You find there are some people who will reform. There are people who, with time, with counseling, with prayer, change. I have seen people like that. There are some also who not. Then you have to make a decision. You have to make a choice. Either to go separation or divorce, separate for a while, for the person to recuperate, come to life.
But someone say, according to law, no, who's separated for 2 years? Now call for divorce. 100%.
But the point is that.
So once an because fireman every episode.
Hey, my friend, fireman.
Fireman, good morning.
Morning, oh, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Who to say?
Oh, we thank God. Oh, you are looking good this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah. I want to contribute this morning.
Okay.
One thing, as a fireman, if I see a lady that will put me off so that I won't marry the lady. One, the lady who does not respect my parents, I won't marry that lady.
Okay.
A lady who likes plenty sex, I won't marry that lady.
Right then.
A lady who doesn't
come again. The second one.
Lady.
Fireman, the second one.
The second one, I said the lady who likes sex, I won't marry that lady. Always take sex, I won't marry that lady.
Okay.
A lady who doesn't accept my religion, I won't marry that lady. More fire.
I'm on fire. Fireman.
Yes.
Fireman. Yeah, that's
fireman.
See, the sex aspect is the order of the day now. You go onto Facebook, and I can tell you that you scroll in the next 5 seconds and you see something purporting or portraying sex. It's either a text, it's either a video, it's either a picture with writings, with captions. And so the order of the day has become so. And so someone gets married today and he can't give her sex Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. And it becomes a problem.
Hey, Auntie Nana,
It becomes a problem.
Let's go. It's a general sex sales. From the advertisers and from the marketing perspective, sex sells. That is why you go on social media, you see our sisters, thank God, Nadia, international woman, where job, I bet you my program 31 plus, now my class of minus all squared. She may share, we're praying that if you can watch, you see now about G, and people will watch those things because sex sells. But sex is not love.
Okay. So it means that someone can have sex with you without okay. I think we have to come back and treat that topic, sex itself.
Look, a man can sleep with you this morning.
Okay.
And will not love you. Sex is
twice.
Never love.
The person can still have sex with you twice and not love you.
Twice where? A man in machine then which you condemn, condemn. Now still not love you.
The kids are home.
Yes, but women approach sex differently. A woman will give you sex because she wants to have you. Yes, and a man don't care, can just sleep with you and not love you.
Nakaya bonye.
Jena kabo.
Nakaya Yehovah bonye.
Jen Yehovah, kakawo Yehovah. The psychology of a man, how a man thinks.
Is it because of your ego?
Oh. So
is it because of your ego?
Not ego, but the reality as how, if for example a man tells you I love you, it has different meaning from what a woman tells you I love you. So
when you call Dinah every so many. Hello Dinah, good morning. Hello. Yes, Dinah. Who you there? Pastor, you go see it you.
Pastor, me no anything. Now maybe I'm on the person you're and I miss boy beat a minute.
Okay.
Later now, we better tell so boy no really. It's really because of now I am down. It's bad. You come on a minute so and you go away about no time for more minutes. Yeah. But don't say I was now I am to this one.
You hear that say Dinah,
Auntie Dinah, Lady Dinah. Wow, say. What who say we have a catch now, sir? Bema.
Oh, worry.
With the you sir, oh, you ready, Auntie Dinah? Best row. Jan Nonko and a sum dream. Why? Okay, and I come out good dim.
Fireman, a sound of you.
Fireman.
Fire. Yeah, I am a so maybe so to Yaman Yubi. After that, the job would be the suggestion box.
Okay.
Now, it's a very what I book him. Nakaka, a person with Catwa Suneke, or Babyara, or Bishop Cabibri, Mammy Sigan Penty, Mammy Scabby Brady, Mammy Start in the Panties, or Bishop of money, no, how my darling. I am a warrior. In practice, that's why I think the professional women know. In the Mammy sending mobile money with the committee, salad in me warrior. And now, or Babyara, it always the other who compare for the Anusabano, Mitchell. I remember, let's say she be a woman and Sanami die and Sanami wife. That was 2016. We send your ban scout. So on your Ganima notice that can you to me friend get now at least we are selling in Ghana. Hey, what can you worry no? In front of professional we cry, you know. I don't do me better that can in your Ghana. It's a guy no. You know, me too number 4. Who can worry about no ban no demand this can be bad. Come marry that lady.
Hey, na fireman relationship relationship ye kono relationship ye no aduane ye nsi ne ma o say a relationship mu a
you don't cook for the person you don't watch for the person
more asofofo na theology but to me it is not wrong and it is not a mistake. So you are in a relationship, the lady will watch for you. It doesn't, I know in Jeremy.
Yeah, what are you, fireman?
Yeah, option or the
money banana, and then say, why it's your mafia. Yeah, that's what you fireman. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, today,
Ben, every tamale. Hello, Ben, good morning.
Good morning, what's it?
Yamina now, so.
My mission program now. Then why the primary contributor? I'm saying Mr. Now so a problem, because sometimes it's work or answer the expectation. No, the could be or should be no what day or afraid or but it's a good empty, you know, because to work to try to every other home, but they've managed through the life and now they are doing well. There is a wonderful for the sometimes one limit to expectation. But yeah, all cognizance don't get done. One year they will gonna coach, then we'll continue to fight. So
okay.
My contribution. Thank you.
Me patron you Benny Adasi.
Okay.
You were about saying something.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that to say what fireman there can. Pepi no you say oh, me me girlfriend me no hunti. Just obi see me near just obi no aduane just say obi weekend no abi pram. Hey, ene say ma ware. Nti we oba na wo ko no aduane. Wo ko see near ma, wo ko ye nware wa.
So uchira bit me visit your boyfriend pepepe.
Oh, say ene yesu a we are learning.
Nti ko ho na even say bibi go from ho dey on to me.
Oh. Say nipa dey say aba ha bibi fita ho abefa obesisi but who ye the oba wife ya nti na ye nware wo no but what I say ye o ma no the wife ye manyina nti dey empa nti no what is the motivation to marry you o ma no spedede o ma na aduane o ma no we bi
so then spedede no
anopa o dey ye ba you ready na
someone say there's this school of thought that thinks that answer na be ma be worry obani yenko hwe ni dem yenhwe ni ame wo ho because obani ti akra ha she's used to the fridge she's used to the air conditioning she's used to the television na about them na be ma na wo dem hold the hope is na impani da form fridge ni kra one side that chia koto this person cannot get married.
Yeah, and there's nothing also wrong if a woman who we are to get married have all these things.
So for Kwesi Afre. Hello Kwesi, good morning.
Good morning. We don't be saying we so for in term kaka.
Okay.
I'm saying also from the definition of love that Mekaya I think 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Now can be about to give room to grow. Also from Pajet sir.
Pepe.
Okay. So if my question is also is it the same as compromising? To give room to grow, no. It's not compromising. Say to say there, name the massing beside say, what worry the red flags, no, if they are popping up their head. So I would say love is to give room to grow. Why don't you give the person the chance? I mean the room to change for you.
You. Kwesi Adasi.
Kwesi Adasi pa, I can say yes, love is to give it room to grow. Say me who say Usimesi na me no ebo bra na makoma wom. Usimesi enye perfect. Me so me enye perfect.
When say compromising na.
To bo asiwo. But ye man ho kwan say me free me free A akọ B me ko C. Ye can say discipleship growing into Christian maturity. Na enra na ebia wono mkoko. Enra na we are for now no mkoko no dako onu okoko
inu okoko wa mokwecha keje asankrigwa. Hello Ivy, good morning.
Good morning, madam.
Me pa cho to say
Yaminado Namuto.
Yaminado
Yes. And also for can say me.
Okay.
say if you say in case you see your ban on worry.
But what you
or chess or ban on worry now. With me, want a new quite of Buffy be senior, my new quite of Buffy, even when the animal. Now, and then man is no map and they go on my own worry no, but we share now only do common a book in no meeting and non so associated to I dear bet no mammy, a mineska, I dear bet no mineska for boom. And no son a beman was 30 years old is animal at the man.
It's not just a tit for tat.
New quite of this animal.
It's not just a tit for tat. Oh.
Because obesi obana se onyamba ofim besi onema onyanware na onyanyenwe na se obespende ubede bi obeyi akomasika nso abrakra onware nso a eno nso no eyete omoyesa
Here that's it.
Minia the can say we kunu nema we oyera we ore nema nti ye wo relationship ma wonye kunu wonye akomasika nti ye ntiase se ye sunya ye ho. Enti sisters, men koka say mami we all can be more ba me. Mo ka me yega akekọ ka mi. E indomie ale no ma change mo. Ka he indomie ayo e ma change mo. What meaning that you dey ma obi a no say fama me ba mu a na ne jejenje so ba mu. Enti ye besre. Enti your relationship mu a ye ware ye. Enti ye nya ko masika. Ye ntia we we are learning. Ye suya ye ho say be ye ware dia. Na your roles in marriage and the ekeka ho aha me nuaba
and messages on Facebook actually say ni yaute anan says also for most youth do not really know the genotype. Let's stress more about that. Godwin and Kama says, my brother, you right, a good pastor need another counselor in the ministry. Celia Nana Kunedo says, well said, also even some people don't know their blood and genotype cry and even their resource factors, they don't even know what it is. Hello, good morning. I understand I have a caller. Good. Lizzie, good morning. Lizzie, good morning.
Good morning, madam.
Pacho for free takrade. It's you.
Pacho, them and I cattle in an old or back or maybe yeah, would be cut in mammy here. But now, let's make it certainly the sun. What me do our na be an idea. No to me, they will compare a down for your say. Oh, sorry, I want to be some idea could be Koshawa, Madame Conere, or be some credit. No, yes, say. Now, sorry, I'll feel the wood be some machine. And also necessary.
Okay.
Hey.
So most men don't like the fact that some ladies are so independent.
It depends.
Common credit.
It depends on the orientation of the people and their perspective to marriage and the whole idea of marriage relationship. Okay. And you say, "You are a udomia." And you open up baby Sammy. Oh, what? Just me send you. Me your mouth. Na my mouth. Papa, you need me sell credit na udono. Now send them na. So what's any man wa return your mouth? Oh, how many more
Deborah free so opinion Deborah free achim asini. Hello, good morning, Sopo.
Good morning, Mamma.
Someone by trying to say Yamina Dumuna also.
Very reverend.
Someone by you.
But your master, the color different or cut a compromise and they give you room to grow to be bigger.
Me patron.
Oh, the bar moi. When you're remunerated, sometimes that also compromise with certain characters.
Okay.
But we don't read more. I was so steady, the pardon who near me. Nipa no bitini ateta. Ye me bia ointment ta. Ye wo baby o wa we ye nipa dey ointment ta. Onti sen no ba no kuda tesuban no. Na wo kuda tesuban no wan stand be hawa. And so we go wrem. The first place no en ko. Te say obeka jro de wo ku nipa ne so no monta. Ate men wade ye nti na me no monta.
Oboa.
Me wade me jai. Sai te ka se o da wade ye nti no monta. Na wo ka se o da wo na be tia ma na jai nta ne no.
And that's all the magic cry when they got us all worry wa me jai.
Go wrem na se wo go no no monta. Aposua bu so poso de me kunu nta no no mo kwaye ye ho fa. enti ye won ye media obetnya compromise na ko wani ye won ye media nipa no onye prepared so be change enti onko enso jinkuram ne nkusu enti wo America media no say se wuram wi a bia wuhwe open na wuram enti ekoso tenem but it's the one who and what yes you na fe obetnya asesa all the sometimes will be meseta at the chrono obetita ho no wo be ma no chance second chance obetnya ye what the back for obetnya kan o meseta no atia ye oye the three times the we say why are they the going to Jai and one Jai manenko
yo mama that's it. So that was our last caller. We're not taking any more calls, but don't worry, we'll come your way same time next week Friday. Today is Friday, the last day of the week for us.
Hey Charlie.
No.
Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday. Yeah.
So the compromising situation and the fact that whether we like it or not, we have to go through counseling. We need to look out for the partners we are going to spend forever with. Because marriage, it is like a lifetime, long life union. You can't do anything about it. What should be your concluding words to us? Especially those of us who are not married.
Lady Kai, you have the choice. Let it be your choice.
Okay.
They also me, you know, what is the second thing is that when you see clearly that this I don't like, I can't live with it, I can't cope with it, sister, brother, run. Then finally, if you're already in it, married, with God all things are possible. But if there is abuse, please don't sit there and die. And die. If you die,
we'll bury you.
Oh, she was a good woman. Oh God, yeah. Shall I be more to me? Oh, I mean, oh, more na kweko. Can't be now. Oh, are you more?
No one will marry you.
No, if I chow, if I marry you, you will marry. So always not say men. Only are ye papa. Remember the people are born, and yeah, man on kwa. And if you want to know more, follow us more. Hit my YouTube page, Pastor Little GH, or Facebook, Abraham Boateng. If you go there, some of the questions they ask, they won't be sending me brave. They won't follow me and follow. Love like so below. Our Facebook, our YouTube, our baby, Pastor Little GH, one way, and now Abraham Boateng.
Okay. So for you, that's it. Ain't it love like so below was here. He's in the person of the very Reverend Dr. Abraham Boateng. He's a lecturer at the Trinity Theological Seminary. We discussed red flags, but it will hit your screens again later in the day. This part of the program will hit your screens again. So do well to make time with us and then watch again. Before the day runs out, we'll definitely show it again. Sports is up next. We'll be back shortly.